Hello boys and girls. Today we're going to be talking about factors. I'm just going to go over what factors are, what multiples are, and what divisibility is. So factors, as you all know, are two numbers that multiply together to make a product. So if I said 3 times 2 equals 6, we know that 3 and 2 are both factors of 6. Now we know that 3 and 2 are not the only factors of 6 because there's more than one way to make the number 6. So if we're going to make 6 and I needed to find all its factors, I'm going to go down my number line. So I'm going to start with 1. 1 times 6 equals 6. 2 times 3 equals 6. 4, nothing times 4 equals 6, and 5, nothing times 5 equals 6. So we know that those are not factors of 6, but we know that 1, 2, 3, and 6 are all factors of 6. Now you're probably wondering, why does this matter, Miss Orama? Why do I even care? Sometimes in the real world, we need to know what factors are for. Like if I needed to plant something and I had, this is going to be an ugly drawing, some flowers. I had 24 of one ugly type of flower, and I have 36 of another type of ugly flower, okay? I need to know all the ways that I can put this in groups, and I want to make it even with another number. I want to make it even rows and columns. So you might remember this with the bottle caps. We put them in rows and columns. Now I can say I can make one row of 24. So it'd be 1 flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I know that 1 times 24 gives me 24. And I know that 1 and 24 are both factors of 24. But that's not the only way we can make 24. I can make it with 2 rows. So if I said 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. I know that I can make 2 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 columns. And I know that 2 and 12 are both factors of 24. Now this is going to take a long time. So I like to go down the number line because it helps me do it a little faster, at least because I know my multiplications. So I'm going to break it down a little more. I could say 3. I know that 3 times 8 equals 24. I know that 4 times 6 equals 24. 5 times nothing equals 24. 6 times 4 equals 24. 7 times nothing. 8 times 3, 9. Nothing times 9, nothing times 10, nothing times 11. But I also know that 12, because 12 is here, times 2 equals 24. So I know that 12, numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12, and 24 all make the number 24. And I can put them in rows and columns like this. I want to know about 36. So I can say the same thing. I could go ahead and do the same thing, or I can go down the number line. I'm going to say 1 times 36 equals 36. 2 times 13 equals 36. 3 times 12 equals 36. 4 times 9 equals 36. And 6 times 6 equals 36. Now I'm looking at my factors that made 24 and my factors that made 36. And I noticed that there are some numbers that we have that are in common. Remember we said in común, common and común are cognates. So we know that 1 is the same, 2 is the same, 4 is the same, 6 isn't the same, but 12 is. So we know that if we wanted to even it out to make sure that we had even rows and columns of flowers, we can say we can make one row of 24 and we can make one row of 36. 2 rows, 4 rows, 12 rows, right? So we are finding the factors that they have in common to see if we can make equal rows and columns. Now, something else that we can do to find factors is not only to write them out like this, but we can also find our multiples. And our multiples are numbers in a pattern of a number. So for the number 2, our multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and I bet you can guess the rest of them because we're counting by 2s. Now we also know that these numbers are not only multiples, but they can be factors of another number. But that isn't always the case. So for the number 12, here's our number 12. We want to know the factors of 12. We could say 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. These are all factors of 12. But they can't all be multiples of 2. 2 is a multiple of 2, 4 is a multiple of 2, 6 is a multiple of 2, and so is 12. But 3 is not a multiple of 12. 3 is only a factor of 12. So now, what we're going to be looking at now is our homework from tonight. You're going to see my stuff. Here's our homework. Okay, and I'm going to read it to you. It says the garden club is designing a garden with 24 cosmos, 32 pansies, and 36 marigolds. Each row, remember we talked about rows and columns 2 seconds ago, will have only one type of plant in each row. Ben says he can put 6 plants in each row. He listed the common factors. Bing, 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 bing. Common, común, factors, factores of 24, 32, and 36 below to support his reasoning. So remember we talked about factors as being numbers, 2 numbers that multiply together to make the number. So 1 and 24 make 24, 2 and 12 make 24, 3 and 8 make 24, 4 and 6 make, you got it, 24. We can say the same thing for each one. They're asking you to think about his thinking. Is he correct? Explain your answer. If his reasoning is incorrect, explain how he should have found the answer. So looking back at these numbers, you have to check 24, 32, and 36. Did he find all the factors? Check them out. Is 6, I think what this question is asking you is not only is he correct, but did he find the only factor that they have in common? Do they have more factors in common? If he's correct, tell me why, and if he is incorrect, tell me why not. Think about what we just learned about factors, and if you need to, rewind through this video. I look forward to seeing your answers tomorrow. Bye!